Hi Gemini, welcome to your August 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Charlotte from astrology.com. This month we have a lot of energy to talk about. We have 2 eclipses taking place this month and a Mercury retrograde. Mercury is your ruling planet, so I want to advise you before we even get started with the astrological portion of this forecast that things are going to be an upheaval all month. You're going to be rethinking things, especially in regard to your relationships. This Mercury retrograde begins actually on August the 12th, but it's probably going to be active from the 1st of the month because we have an eclipse taking place on August 7th or 8th, depending on your time zone, in the sign of Aquarius at 15 degrees. This eclipse is trine Jupiter. There's a lot of aspects there. Aquarius is the part of the sky that rules your 9th house of legalities, travel, internet dealings, academics, any type of long distance communication, people located at a distance, even vehicles, and any type of transportation. So by that first week in August, you're already going to be dealing with certain struggles related to communication, and also in dealing with all of those things that I just mentioned, such as legalities, academics, and travel, internet related activities. Now the Mercury retrograde, Mercury is your ruling planet, but it's also the ruler of Virgo also, and this Mercury retrograde is taking place in Virgo, the ruler of your 4th house of home and family. So I feel like there's a lot of recommunication that's going to have to be done with family, or there may be family arguments or miscommunications along the way. That's certainly something that you are going to have to deal with here. So, you've got some struggles to deal with your relationships. Some of you with legality, some of you could even be getting a divorce there. Others of you, this is about you defining yourself within relationships and still dealing with all this drama related to people at a distance, online, all sorts of long distance communication, even or academia. Maybe some of you are going to be going back to school and you're really struggling in that first week of August to get all the paperwork done, and you're finding that you're having all sorts of mishaps and mistakes associated with those types of scenarios, maybe even with your vehicles. The big news is that there is an eclipse on August the 21st at 29 degrees of Leo. This is going to highlight your 3rd house of communication. I know, right? Communication is going to be key for you in the month of August, Gemini, and in the next 6 months to come. Some of you, again, are learning. You're going back to school. A lot of you are going to be having to have something litigated. You're going to be spending a lot of time texting, phone calls, emails. You're trying to straighten everything out. You're doing a lot of short trips. A lot of you, for some of you, this is about dealing with issues that needed to be revised concerning your home, family, and real estate. But at this eclipse on August the 21st at 29 degrees of Leo, there's something new that's beginning in this area of communication. So again, all of these new starts are going to really explode over the next 6 months because there are some major aspects associated with this eclipse. Number 1, this eclipse is trine Uranus in Aries. So for you, this is about a lot of information coming in from other people, groups and friends, maybe associated with legalities or also academics, that type of thing. A lot of people you're going to be communicating with. I think you're going to be spending more time in your community and with your friendships. This eclipse is also loosely trine Saturn in Sagittarius, and this is about your partnerships. Sagittarius is the natural partner for you Geminis, so I feel like a lot of this communication, even contracts, some of you could be getting married, some of you could be getting divorced, but I feel like this is something new that's going to take about 6 months of adaptation or 6 months to complete, and it is beginning to unfold there around that August 21st new moon solar eclipse in Leo. This eclipse is highly visible within the United States. It's going to be a powerful eclipse there with 2 little positive trines there to Saturn and Uranus. Certainly, anytime an eclipse is visible in a certain area, now we have it here in the United States, there's going to be some powerful energy arise there because it is in the sign of Leo and it is highly visible. Make sure that you are really getting the information, though, with whatever new endeavor that you're putting out there. If this is something about you and a partner and you're putting forward new contracts concerning your relationships, whether they're marriage certificates or divorce certificates, or maybe you're signing up for something new, whatever that might be for you that's going to affect you in your relationships. Remember, Mercury is retrograde. I would not sign any contract or, really take up a new opportunity that is required for you to sign something illegally. until the end of September. I might even wait till October because we have the Mercury retrograde that's really not going to end until September 10th or 11th. And then we're still going to be in the shadow of that retrograde. I'd probably put it off to October if I could. Certainly that is a better time frame for signing papers and for signing contracts. Nevertheless, we can often put our lives on hold for Mercury retrograde. Sometimes we have to move forward and deal with things. Just expect there to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of miscommunication, things that have to be rectified, arguments, especially concerning your relationships. I really feel like the balance of give and take, it really needs to be, in better agreement for Geminis. I will tell you, this is the second reading that I've done for Gemini. Gemini and Virgo, which are both Mercury ruled, both of those files got corrupted for me, which is probably just a product of the Mercury retrograde already surfacing here towards the beginning of August. And I'm getting these videos out a little later than usual. So I think that influence is already on you. If you are going through a divorce, I'd put it off until October. Put off signing those papers until October if you can, because you may lose something, or you may have to go back and redo something with this process later. Some of you may change your mind and not actually want to get a divorce. So keep that in mind. Right now, you're just not thinking clearly. So you've got to just put things off, I think, for a minute concerning relationships, if it's possible, Gemini. The other thing about this eclipse, I'm going to give you a little demonstration here. This eclipse is going to take place at 29 degrees of Leo in your communication sector. Now, Mars is the action planet. It is the catalyst planet. And usually we have to wait a little bit of time before Mars crosses an eclipse degree, if ever, during the 6-month time frame that's projected from an eclipse. But this time we have Mars poised at 20 degrees of Leo. So what's going to happen is that when Mars crosses this eclipse degree on September the 4th, you're going to see a second phase of this situation. You're going to see something else turn up. So if you don't feel anything around that August 21st new moon eclipse in Leo, you're going to feel something that first week of September. Additionally, Mercury is going to be retrograde in Virgo in your home sector, and it's going to retrograde back into your communication sector, crossing that eclipse degree on September the 1st. This tells me there is going to be new negotiations concerning certain contracts, certainly certain things that deal with, you putting your voice forward, even within your relationships. Even there's something else there's a new conversation that's going to take place, and I think it's going to take you through the end of September to really get a handle on this, at least until September the 7th, because we have a full moon in Pisces on September the 6th, and that Mercury will teeter back and forth between 28 and 29 degrees from the 1st of September until the 7th. With that full moon in Pisces, this is more about your career sector. So I feel like your status in life. I feel like some of you are getting a divorce. For others of you, this is about you putting yourself out there, maybe not working the same job and you're starting a new career field. Something like that is taking place. There's some new stance that you're taking, maybe even a new location that some of you are moving towards. I think a lot of you are moving home. There's something that you need to really refinagle, refinance, redo concerning home, family, and real estate. You got to have some conversations there, and that's going to affect your relationships, your status in life, and your location. Maybe for some of you, even your career versus home and family. So keep all of that astrological information in mind. It is sound and true. We can count on the stars. Now, the reading that I'm about to give you here with the cards, this is a reflection of spiritual consciousness. This is a reflection of consciousness for all Geminis, not just you individually. It is a general reading, so take what you will, take what you need. Make sure that you watch for your sun, moon, and ascendant. If you're here cross-watching, you may pick up some information here. But know that the cards and the message I'm going to give you is a reflection of consciousness and can be changed through free will. So I hope that there's a message here for you that get you thinking about the possibilities. It may turn out this way. You may stay on the same path, or you may see something here and decide to change a few things and help to avoid disaster or another type of situation. And I'm going to try to determine the underlying emotional influences that are available here today for Gemini. Gemini, the first thing that I see here is that there is family karma to attend to. There have been familial relationship patterns that have disturbed your way of thinking in your present relationships or your relationship. has stirred up some sort of emotional karma with family members. There's something here that you need to go back into yourself and revisit. You need to really think about when you first felt love and what the emotional support system was in your life. You need to find yourself in that vulnerable place. You need to think about emotions that are swinging up and down and how you sometimes find yourself in areas of boredom and how this pertains to your family. Are you afraid of getting stuck in certain situations? Are you afraid of not reaching out to find something new and exciting and really exploring the passions of life? Are there sexual dysfunctions within your home and family relationships? Has this really contributed to you reflecting back into yourself and not really presenting yourself in the best light because you're afraid to face those vulnerabilities? These are things that you need to think about, especially if you have Aquarius parents here. I really feel like there's a lot of Uranus activity here, and this is really contributing to you feeling vulnerable, either because you've broken away from this type of situation or because you never fully healed a certain situation that really knocked the breath out of you at one time and really disrupted the ebb and flow of your emotions. But I feel like something new is unfolding now. Something's arising again for healing. Something's going to come forward, and it's going to come forward perhaps in a very volatile way. Maybe this is going to show itself in your relationships, or maybe this emotional upheaval is like going to just blow the cap off of all of these emotions that you have held on to or suppressed within yourself. I feel like there's like a lot of pieces that are coming forward here, and they're coming forward suddenly here. I feel like this is about family karma and family relationships, maybe even people that are sick within the family. But I feel like there's a sense like love is going to be the healer here. It's just something you have to revisit. I feel like you've changed a lot in the past concerning what you thought about home and family, how it ought to be and how it ought to be within your relationships. And it's like you went through something there that you felt like was going to be successful, or you felt like you had to hold on to because you couldn't hold on to anything else. And that restlessness, that sudden influence is what has kept you feeling at home with this, raging emotions and emotional instability. And maybe you felt like you didn't have that stability growing up, or that you felt like there was something around you that's preventing you from having that vision of home and family that you always wanted, and you haven't realized these emotional patterns in your family that needed to come up for healing. It's like you've just suppressed all of that. Now I'm going to lay the tarot down on this underlying emotional undercurrent, and we're going to really see the mundane activities of August and even projected into the next 6 months that are going to take place for you. I'm going to go right in and address this family karma situation, this sudden event that is emerging. King of Pentacles could be a father figure, could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. If you've known a male like that in your life, this is about family karma pertaining to this person. And I feel like it's been a heavy load. I feel like it's been a heavy load for an Aquarius person, or something that it was something that happened suddenly within the family. And it's coming up now again for you to feel the love and compassion there for things that have been hidden, that you felt vulnerable to, that upset you completely, that have caused you to suppress your emotions. And I feel like all of this realization is going to help you catch your breath in some way. Yeah, I think what's unfolding is this new offer of home and family emotional security, as well as a new offer perhaps for a career or monies that are going to help you stay secure. There's definitely money coming in here, success and money coming in here. And I feel like you're going to be the one to hold the purse strings now, maybe for your family. I think maybe you felt left out in the cold pertaining to family relationships before, and like you had to walk away, like you were left alone, you were depressed, and you just felt the need to walk away from certain relationships. Maybe you were like a hermit within your own home, and you had to move towards something more exciting. You had to leave this sanctuary or whatever it was because of this family disruption or karma. Yeah, there's certainly heartbreak in the past, could be heartbreak right now. I feel like it's almost like a pattern repeating itself, where things are suddenly disrupted and you're left dealing with the aftermath, with all of the little pieces that are flying out because of this emotional instability. Nevertheless, the Ten of Cups are here. So I feel like you got some new offers on the table. Like you're feeling like you're going to finally be secure with your family, or what you consider the happy family. You're going to feel better about it, I think, in some way. The otter here. It's a little kid out picking flowers, purple flowers, and just feeling like they're on a family picnic, like all is well with the world. Little signs here from Spirit saying that everything is going to be okay. King of Wands is here. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius could be a character that's involved, or you're feeling better about your career. You're feeling better about the steps that you're taking to plan your career, perhaps. Or your lifestyle, even. 10th house is lifestyle, career. I feel like there are certain arrangements that are being made because of a love relationship where someone has experienced heartbreak in the past or recently. The Death card is here. Definitely could be the end of a relationship, and so these arrangements are being made. Some of you, this is like you're moving into a new home and you're like decorating your home the way you finally want to. I feel like you're becoming your own boss in some way. Like there's a waiting period, though. All this is going to take time, and it's not going to be all siphoned out and wrapped up in a nice little package right now, because we've got a walking away. We've got new things happening. It's almost like there's there's a lot of emotional up and down. It's an emotional roller coaster. I do feel like you're heading out towards this new adventure, trying to make money. You're trying to make a choice, certainly regarding monies that come into the home. Some of you are very stubborn. You're unwilling to make a choice in certain relationships, or if this is how someone is behaving towards you. Now, the Tower is here. This is the catalyst. So either someone has been juggling two people or two emotional investments. They're feeling like they can't let people into their home, or there's something about home and finances that needs to be readjusted here. And this is the sudden disruption, perhaps with that Mercury retrograde in your home and family sector. That is the type of situation that's unfolding. I feel like there's been a lot of psychic information collected from your family over time. A lot of spiritual influence, and someone has been able to guide this wisdom. They've been able to garner wisdom from this situation and to guide it towards a new spiritual path. For some of you, you're garnering this psychic wisdom. You're using it to define your new path. You're taking it from your family and saying, oh, okay, I get it. Now I know what to do. Maybe even from this message, maybe this is a message coming forward to you, because we have the Page of Wands here, a message about career. I feel like if it is, it's coming from a female, or it's for you, related to maybe the female Geminis in regard to your career. Could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius again. I still feel like there's some sort of defeat here with this family situation, this family karmic situation, because it's like that knowledge that has been gained has not been easy. It's been very deep. It's involved sexual influences. It's involved like having to dig down to the deepest depths of the soul to gather this information. And, it's hard. It's been hard. It's been lonely. And if there have been periods of defeat where you've wrestled with yourself about what is the right thing to do, or this person in your family has wrestled with yourself, with heartbreak and feeling literally physically wounded, I think, in some areas. And for you, I feel like it's been a heavy load. Maybe some of you have even avoided. You haven't been ready to heal that path, yeah. For some of you, maybe some of these people have been located at a distance, and it just seemed like the communication or the quick back and forth with a situation has been hard to deal with. For some of you, you're going to suddenly have a new opportunity, I feel like, to work with people at a distance. But I think it's going to require a lot of hard work. For some of you, this could be long distance learning. For some of you, it could be your partner going away and you're going to be communicating with them at a distance. Others of you, you're going to find out the truth about a relationship and that someone has not been on the up and up. Still, I feel like this is a lot of family drama. Things are like being revisited, like there are relationships breaking up within your own family. Page of Pentacles is here. It could be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Child in this situation, or you're trying to start out on a new path to learn all you can about a certain skill in order to make money. I feel like if it is, there's going to be something you got to revisit though. There's something at home that's got to be revisited with your parents or partners. It's like, I feel like there is sort of this long distance learning, or something's got to be repeated, and some type of career field. There's something here you got to relearn, I think. Some of you have been up late night worrying. It's like you have things offered to you, but you're not willing to change. It's like you just want to take time out and hang out. You're like in a retirement sort of phase, but it's worrying you. Like maybe that's not what you're supposed to be doing. And you feel trapped in this, maybe a relationship. Yeah, because of finances, and because you feel like, you know, you're feeling like you don't have all the truth, or there's a truth that only you know, and it's just... For some of you, this could be someone in your family needing surgery also. It could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini female. This could be you if you were a Gemini female, feeling like you have to turn to other people for money, or you're having to like battle your way through something to get the truth of a matter out. Could be pertaining to income. I feel like it's keeping you up at night. I feel like it is a new opportunity. It is being highlighted. But because this death has taken place, it's just, you know, a disappointment. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius here. I feel like there is a new opportunity for a new relationship coming. I just feel like there's something has come to an end in one relationship. It's not going to work out. For some of you, I feel like you could be receiving an offer related to your career, or this is a home move. Could be an offer for you, female Geminis or males, with a King of Wands, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Maybe they're coming around. So I'm going to recap a minute. I feel like there's something that suddenly happens to you. There's some sort of situation that comes up regarding family and making a choice. Or maybe this is a home move or family financial related situation. I feel like there's going to be a waiting period here, because I feel like you're just in a hermit phase where you're just like stuck contemplating your relationships and your finances and all of this kind of stuff. It's like you want security, but you're not sure you have it. And I feel like you got to fight to get it if that is the case. Some of you got new opportunities regarding your career coming up, or higher learning possibilities, perhaps even long distance learning. Some of you are really wanting to move away from one relationship, but it has you feeling vulnerable because you've either been left out in the cold and you're not wanting to leave this relationship, or you feel like you don't have the financial stability to move forward. I feel like this is going to cause you to rethink things. You're going to feel defeated maybe in some areas because someone's holding the purse strings. For all of you, this is about going back and redefining the relationships within your family unit, thinking about how your parents and partners got along with each other before, your old relationships, the relationships with your parents, even talking to your parents about their dynamic between one another, even if they're divorced. I feel like for some of you, there's going to be divorce within your family, whether that's you or your parents. For some of you, this is about, you know, you learning a new skill set before you can move forward. There's something here that you've got to relearn, and there's also some information here about a partner you can't see, and that's sneaky behavior. Someone hasn't been on the up and up. Nevertheless, you've got a new offer in love, and it is your hope and wish. And I feel like it's coming after a lot of volatility and anger has been expressed, because I feel like you've held a lot of things in, either about family or the family dynamic, or real estate matters even. Nevertheless, love is here, but there's heartbreak, and there's an arrangement here because someone has been let go of. And it's like there are legal matters here pertaining to a relationship that either once felt like a soulmate, or it's going to, you know, experience a transformation and come back again. But I feel like there's just going to be more arguments, Gemini. It's going to be a hard way to travel. You got to look at the math. If you are in a divorce, see what's owed to you, especially if you are a mother. This could be matters of child support, that type of situation. For some of you, I feel like you might be getting a divorce and then someone turns up pregnant. That's a wild card there. So maybe that's just for a few of you. Security matters again, Gemini. Some of you are hanging on to money. Pluto in the 8th house for you guys. Pluto's still in Capricorn, obsessing you with money and security. And I feel like some of you are going to back out of a divorce here. Let's see if we can try to figure out what this is. I'm going to pull an advice card here. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. And certainly we have had solitude all the way through this. I think you have to do that. You got to stop what you're doing. Don't sign these contracts. This is divorce decrees. Don't sign them yet. If this is marriage, maybe you got to put it off a little bit. I don't know, Gemini. I hate to tell you that. But we do have that Mercury retrograde. And I think October the 1st is a better time. The month of October is a better time. I want to figure out what this family karma is. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. You gotta let stuff go. You gotta talk to people, Gemini. You gotta speak your truth. Do so with compassion, love and compassion. This old family karma that needed to be worked through, maybe you didn't get your chance to work through it, and maybe you need to. So what the Tower is, this is a good time to go on a new adventure. I think some of you are throwing caution to the wind. You're saying, you know what, you didn't support my home and family. You kept me away from my home and family, and I'm done with you. Or you presented yourself one way. You're saying this to your partner. You presented yourself one way to my family, and I'm done with you. You didn't pay the bills related to our marital assets, and I'm done with you. I have still love for you, but I feel like this is not a situation that's going to work out, and the only reason we're staying together is for security. I'm starting a new career and a new lifestyle. Maybe if I'm not going to get a divorce now, I'm going to in the future. That's going to be the stories for a lot of you, Gemini. Again, this is a general reading. It's going to be different for all of you. So I feel like, I hope that this has been some help for you. I'm going to pull an angel card for you because I feel like you guys are very confused. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. For some of you, I feel like you are going to be doing a lot of learning. And I feel like this security is going to come forward from you learning something new, probably about a craft you already knew about or a job you've already done before. Yeah, you're on a new path. You got spiritual enlightenment too, Gemini. This is great. Some of you are going to be turning home to an Aquarius person. For others of you, you're going to be on this new path, the path that you once felt was your purpose. You're going to be getting back on that path, and you're going to be making new money in the future. This is going to take about 6 months of adaptation. Could be even longer because we have more eclipses coming up in Leo and Aquarius in early spring, late winter of 2018. So I think that, you've got to realize that all of this is going to take time. The Hangman is here, but I feel like you kind of know what you want to do now. For some of you, turning back to your mother here, there's something that needs to be revisited, recalculated. There's a journey that you need to take again. And you got to work out these conflicts in relationships, especially if they involve children. Work it out, Gemini. Try to come up with the best possible conclusion. And I would say the best possible conclusion is August, to put it off to October. And it's sort of, right now, you get your thoughts and check, get your plans in place, and maybe the action comes a little bit later. I think some of you will. You're Gemini. Some of you are going to go off impulsively and just run right smack into the middle of this energy. And if you have to, I guess you got to. So just keep in mind the next 6 months, it's going to be a lot of ups and downs in your relationships. You got to work through some legal matters. Some of you got to go back to school. Some of you are taking new career opportunities. For all of you, I feel like there's a lot of home and family conflict that you're going to have to reorganize, especially in regard to families with emotional trauma or real estate. So I wish you the very best in the month of August, Gemini. Remember that first week in September, take it easy. Everybody's going to be just running around, chaos everywhere. Watch out for that solar eclipse, August the 21st. It's going to be a big one. It's going to infuse us all with bold and new energy from the sign of Leo. A lot of aspects there, a lot of positive energy, a lot of sudden energy, and new ideas and new actions taking place. It's going to relieve us of a stalemate we've been in for a very long time, Gemini. And I know that sounds exciting for you because you guys love adventure. Take care. I'll see you next month.